As the group of racers and agents sped down the rough, dusty road, Brandy yelled over a loudspeaker, "We're approaching the starting line in about an hour, so get your energy supplies ready so you can refuel before the race." "Will do, thanks for the info," Mollusky shouted back. "Okay, priming engine tanks now," yelled Antoine. The group of vehicles flashed past the barren, abandoned land that surrounded them. Occasionally, Mollusky would spot an abandoned house or two away from the road, and it would make Mollusky wonder, what happened here that caused this wasteland? The east edge is supposed to be green and full of forests and trees. Mollusky looked closer as the group passed another house and saw a scrap of metal that looked like an arm mechanism with something equipped on it. As Mollusky peered at the scrap, he saw that the equipment was actually a giant version of a machine gun. Mollusky gasped, shocked at what he had just seen. So that's why the land is destroyed. Something was attacking the places that used to be here, thought Mollusky. Wait, this must be the work of those terrorists Brandy was talking about. This means that if the terrorists have already gotten here, then they very well could have made it to the racetrack already. If they've already gotten to the track, then this might be a more dangerous race than I thought. I'll have to develop some weapons just in case. And so, Mollusky locked his controls in, for the group had been traveling straight for the entire time they'd been traveling, and got to work on creating weapons to defend himself against the terrorist forces with. He built 2 saw blade arms that attached onto his car on either side, and could tilt up and down, as well as rotate forward and backward for optimum defense. He then built a machine gun to mount on top of the cockpit of the car that could rotate with 360-degree range, and could be controlled from inside of the cockpit. The last machine he built was an engine mounted on the bottom of the car so that in case of emergency, he could push a button inside of the cockpit, and the engine would fire up and boost the car into the air for a short period of time to escape possibly dangerous situations. "This should do for now," said Mollusky, wiping his brow and sitting back down in the cockpit. "Hey Antoine, how are you holding up?"
"I'm doing just fine,"
shouted Antoine in reply.
"I see you added some weaponry to your car. Nice work, that'll come in handy in case we run into trouble, if you know what I mean."
"Yeah, those terrorists mean business, that's for sure," said Mollusky.
"Not just the terrorists, though,"
said Antoine in a darker tone of voice.
"The other races could become a threat as well. They might not get along as well as you and I do. They could very well just be in the race for the prize land."
"Oh, you're right. I hadn't thought about that yet. This could get really bad really fast if that's the case," worried Mollusky. "We should plan to try to get as far away from everyone else as possible, as fast as possible."
"You got it. Good plan,"
Antoine said.
"That sounds like a safe bet."
"Hey, quit chattering, you two!" shouted Julietta from her large agent vehicle. "We are arriving at the starting line now!" "Looks like we finally arrived," said Mollusky. "Now we won't have to wait and wonder what kind of dangers are in store for us for much longer."